tell me about your experience. You taught art at St. Andrews.
Okay, I was one of the youngest art professor at the St. Andrews, and I started probably end of 87 and roughly to 94 full time taught art, and I also was that time because the chairman of the department was on sabbatical, so I was the acting chair, just a one man department at that time. But I found it through the program North Carolina Governor's School for the talented kids, and I found that a lot of teaching skills and inspirations. And after I left St. Andrews, and I developed a program called calligraphy. It's a made-up word. Calligraphy, it's cool. So I used the letters, English letters, to put it together. It almost looks like a Japanese character. But I used the Sumie technique, which I studied in Orient, China, and Japan, in my generation, which is 1960s generation. The school kids, they don't study that art anymore. So I have the foundation of doing this. And then I found a life secret, almost, so to speak. Your life is not writing a word. Your life is taking the letters you have to make the best picture, make a sense. For example, if you have a word that has A and H, you put the A on the top of that capital H, you make a house, as most people can imagine. But if you put the A at the bottom, you do the same work, but it does not make sense. So life is just like that. You have to look at what kind of conditions you have. Don't envy what you do not have, other people have. That's almost useless. But you take whatever you have and make the best out of that. So I developed that book called Thinking Outside the Box, 50 words in calligraphy. So encourage people to practice one word a day for 50 days to form a habit. I emphasize that word, habit. Of course, you do need to have a knowledge, but the habit is very, very important. And I also just learned, as an artist, you really need enthusiasm. You yourself need to love it. If you don't love it, you cannot do the job very well. You love it, and you never feel this is a hard work because it's your passion. And then you will become successful. In this time, the AI age, a lot of time people say the AI can create things. But my personal belief, 10 years from now, the AI art is just junk art. They will be pretty. Nothing wrong with that. But the art made by real artists, it would have that kind of value. Because less and less people will spend the time to do real art because they just use AI to create. But if it's a machine just create, that's less soul. The painting from a real artist, you put the soul into it. So people will appreciate that kind of things. Just like now we have so much junk food, right? But if we want to treat an honored guest, we will have a home cooking, a good chef. So I encourage all the young artists to really love art, not only good for your creativity, but to make the world more colorful. Now, the rest will be easy because you already have the idea of the whole picture. Now I'm going to do the H. Make a double tree. Then I comes to the S, is the soil. Idolatry, a road to prosperity. So S, H, now I needed the A. Now watch this A, okay? So I want to have a tree with the sunshine or full moon. That's a Roman A, can make a little bird. I even know the size of the letter. I will not make it too big because so many letters, because I have the whole picture. So train the people have such a habit to see the whole picture. before they go ahead to do it. I said, yeah, I have already done that. Now that is really good for young people's investment in the earlier. By the time everybody is going to do the steps, that young person say, hey, I have already done vacation. How wonderful feeling is that? Now you come to the last end. Don't forget, don't redundant. You already done. Wow, what a good feeling. I'm an artist. Now, let's come back to this, okay? I want to see this W. Now, you be with me. I have a grass here, right? So this part, definitely I needed to be continued, this pattern. Do you see it? It makes sense. Now comes to the G. G is a what? Garden. I need a garden, right? Garden. So here is a garden. I make a decision to change to the capital G, so I can make a garden. You see the little bridge? Do you see it? That bridge is here. Do you see it? So I continue that bridge here to put that bird landing on that bridge. I have the H here, right? But I also have another H here. I don't need to make a double tree. But I need a what? In the countryside, are you familiar with this? It's a little fence. Do you see it? Now, in case some people still don't get it, I touch a little bit grass. If you can manage your life that way, and yes, you can. So I developed this book. This is my bestseller on Amazon, okay? This book. I only brought 5 copies just for example, if you want to take advantage, of course. But this book sells very well. No reading. 1 word a day for 50 days. You can finish this book about 2 days, but don't do that. What I'm teaching people is this. It's not the knowledge alone. You really need my type of things to form a creative thinking habit. That's the word habit. Habit is formed by repeated actions for a small period of time. Yes, you can. So I have been invited to people talking to a group of lawyers and big companies. That's the part I really enjoy. They pay me $1,000 to go out there, but I'm not going to charge you that. I just come because everything I do, I help those organizations, like St. Andrews. Don't pay me, okay? You go there to pay for your next year. I'm sure you can trust Ruth. She will put the money for next year. But it's also advertised for me, frankly. It's great. I'm not losing something, nothing. People see this. Now, how do you use this? You can give it to people this, they can use, okay? Office Depot, you don't need me. Nowadays, it's AI time. The most beautiful thing is people celebrate their anniversary by doing pendant. You go to jewelry store, you take a photo and give it to them and say, I have my design. You put on it, computer embroidery, put it on your Facebook, Instagram as a logo. And this thing dries no time. With the sun, it's already dry. Sharon, it's already dry. Keep in touch. Anytime you have the group of this, including my part of the creative thinking, I come to your workshop, insert only 10 minutes. You need a black whiteboard for me, and I will illustrate that. And then I make money by introduce my book. For any of you needs that book, I have 5 copies. One is sold. I'll give you you will never touch it. Sign that.